Hey family, it's Terrence, the Unstoppable Coach Leffridge with UnstoppableCoaching.com, and you're watching another episode of the Next Level Living Show with Coach Terrence. And I just wanted to give you my unstoppable thought of the day, and that is, can you follow your own advice? I was working with a client today, and we were talking about some beginning things that she needs to do to start on her journey towards self-sufficiency. And as we continued in our conversation, we found out that she also advises clients that are in shelter situations on the things that they need to do so that they can move on in their journey after they get out of the shelter. And it just caused me to start thinking about, can you follow your own advice? And the reason I say that is many times we can tell other people what they need to do to get to the next level in their journey. But when it's us, it's not that easy for us to follow our own advice. Say, for example, if you're talking about budgeting for a month to month. It's very hard for us to follow our own budgets. But if we were talking about somebody else's money and something that they needed to do to balance their budget in their household, then we can tell them A, B, C, D, and E, all the things that they need to do to balance their budget, all the things that they need to cut out of their budget, all the things that they need to sacrifice, all the ways that they probably need to come up with some additional income so that they can have a balanced budget in their household. But can we do the same thing for ourselves? Can you sit down and look at your finances and look at your expenses and trim the fat? As we've seen over the past couple of weeks, even our government has a hard time doing that. And it almost got to the point where the government had to shut down in order for the government to take a good hard look at their finances and their expenses and make some very hard decisions that are going to help in the short term and decisions that might not even bear fruit for years to come. So my unstoppable thought for you today is, can you take your own advice? Can you talk to yourself and give yourself the same advice on how to deal with your finances, or how to deal with your relationship, or how to deal with your work environment? Can you follow the same advice that you'd give to somebody sitting on the other side of the table? If you can, then you are well on your way towards being unstoppable in your journey to the next level. But if you can't, then I suggest to you that's something that you need to work on. And the best way to start working on that is when you're making decisions, especially important decisions, think about, what would you tell somebody else if they were sitting on the other side of the table with the same situation that you currently face? What kind of advice would you give to them in order for them to resolve their situation or their issue? If you can take your own advice, then you're going to be unstoppable. That's my unstoppable thought of the day. Again, this is Terrence, the Unstoppable Coach Leffridge with UnstoppableCoaching.com. And I thank you for checking out my web show at Next Level Living Show with Coach Terrence. And please pass it on to anyone that you know that is in need of some motivation, some inspiration, and some empowerment on their journey to the next level. And as I like to always say, never settle for less when you can be unstoppable. Take care, family. Till the next time.